Good morning, students. Myself Abhishek Sharma from Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. As you know that we have successfully completed two chapters of Indian economic development. That is Indian economy on the eve of independence and Indian economy 1950s to 1990s. Now continuing with this topic, economic reforms, today I am going to start third chapter of Indian economic development. The name of chapter is, as you are seeing on my whiteboard, liberalization, privatization and globalization. So, what was the need of changing these economic policies or bringing LPG in existence? First reason, as you are seeing on my whiteboard, is poor performance of public sector. In the 40 years period, public sector was assigned an important role to work for the economic benefit development of the country. However, for few public enterprise, overall performance was quite disappointing. They were declared as white elephants and lots of huge finance is required by them for their run. They become the source of expense for government. Second is deficit balance of payment. Balance of payment is a systematic record of economic transaction between the two countries. Deficit BOP means where foreign payment for import exceeds the foreign received from the export. It means, in simple language, we are importing lot and exporting less value of good. So it becomes deficit BOP. Third is inflationary pressure. There was a consistent rise in general price level in the entire economy. Due to the increase in money supply and shortage of essential goods, there was a condition of inflationary pressure. Now, the fourth point is huge burden of debts. The expenditure of the government was much higher than its revenue. As a result, government had to borrow money from banks, public and from international association or institution, and which was very high burden of debt for the government. Now the last point which you are seeing on my whiteboard is inefficient management. The origin of the financial crisis can be traced from the inefficient management of the Indian economy. The government was not able to generate sufficient revenue from internal sources such as taxation, running of public sector and lots more things. We can say that the tax which was collecting by the government of India was not up to the mark and the performance of public sector was not satisfactory. Second, government expenditure began to exceed its revenue by such large margin that it became unsustainable. Means there was manifold times increase in the government expenditure and the income level was limited. At the time, the foreign exchange borrowed from other countries and international financial institution was spent on meeting the consumption needs of the people. Now, continuing with this, there was a fall in foreign exchange reserve. In 1991, foreign exchange reserve fell to the lowest level and it led to the foreign exchange crisis in the country. At that time, the finance minister was Manmohan Singh ji and prime minister was PV Narasimha Rao ji. Foreign exchange reserve declined to a level that was not adequate. To finance import for more than 2 weeks, we have only foreign exchange reserve. This means we have 2 weeks finance for import. And to pay the interest that needs to be paid to the international lender, that we have taken loan or debt from the outsider or international agency. So students, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.